emotionally, it's the number one indicator. It's how you know. Anytime that you're in some environment or you're in some situation or you're around some person and you can't be there mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, it's the number one indicator that you are in the wrong place. Go where your heart wants to be. Go where your soul wants to be. Go where your spirit wants to take you in that moment. But what you don't want to do is remain in a situation where you can't be there spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Number one indicator. Number one. If I can't be there on all three levels, I don't need to be there. It's not disrespectful to the person. It's called alignment. That's why most of us are stuck in life, because you're in some environment or some situation or some relationship where you're not there mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Physically, yes. Physically, you're there. But mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, you're not. But you stay in the situation. And then you wonder why your life isn't where you want it to be. You wonder why you're waking up unhappy. You wonder why you're not motivated. You wonder why you're not inspired. You wonder why you wake up every morning, you feel all heavy and everything. Because you're not where your feet are. On all three levels. Some of you guys are in a situation like that right now as we speak. All right, let's get busy. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. Before I jump off this, before I jump off the side of the cliff, and Elisa, so good to see you. So good to see you. Before I jump off the side of this cliff here and build my wings on the way down, any first timers on the live, type me in the comments real quick, please, for me. If this is your first time being with me. Musa, what's up with my brother? If this is your first time being with me on the live, type me in the comments, please. Legend, what's up, Legend? So good to see you. Okay, ooh, got some me's, got four, ooh, got some me's, got some me's, got some me's, got some me's. Welcome to all the me's. Welcome to all of the me's. This is what this is getting ready to be for you. Is like a TED Talk on steroids. On steroids. If the truth is something that's difficult for you to hear, this is probably not the place where you want to be. Let me say this. My name is Jordan Williams. I am a certified life coach. I specialize in self-mastery and in self-awareness. I've helped people from all over the globe, from celebrities to different athletes to professional fighters to politicians to doctors, lawyers, you name it, to everyday regular moms and pops, helping them to become unlocked and to become unleashed. How do you help someone to become unlocked and unleashed, coach? You have to get that person to a place where you live in your truth. That's the most difficult thing for most people. Most people are walking around right now and you are not living in your truth. You're pretending. See, what you have to understand is that if there's even 1%, just 1% of some falsehood in your life, that 1% can contaminate the 99% of truth that you are operating out of. Let me give it to you in a way that I know you won't miss it. Let's say that I give you a gallon of water. You come to me, you say, Coach, I'm thirsty. I hand you an entire gallon of fresh, clean water. But in that moment, I take out this tiny little dropper and I put one drop, just a drop of poison in that water. In that moment, the entire gallon is contaminated. It doesn't matter what, you can pour some in a glass, you can split the gallon up, you can do anything you want in that moment. What you won't do, I guarantee it, is take a sip of that water because you don't know where the poison is in the water. And that next sip may be your last. Freeze that thought. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you're walking around with all of these falsehoods in your life, if you're walking around and you're pretending pretending to be happy, pretending that you like your life, pretending that you like your relationship, pretending that you like the job and that mask that you wear when you get to work, pretending around your friends, pretending around your family. All of that pretending has a compounding effect on you spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. And it's the number one reason why you are not waking up happy consistently, because all of the pretending and all of the falsehoods that you have in your life are blocking happiness's presence. One thing you have to understand about happiness, if you don't understand anything else, happiness will never occupy the same space as your falsehoods. Happiness will never share the same space as the version of you that's doing all of that pretending. So if you choose to keep walking through life, not living your truth, pretending to be happy, pretending to be successful, pretending to like your relationship, pretending to like your job, pretending around all of these people that are in your inner circle and all of those things, happiness will never be where you are. But not only will happiness not be there, the greatest version of you will not be there as well. Because in order for you to experience the next level of life, you've got to be standing in the truth of your situation. And most people don't want to live in the truth. We want to live out of our illusions. We want to live out of our falsehoods. We'd rather hang on to the story that we're telling ourselves about our lives versus living out of the reality of what's really happening in your life. Pick a side. Because God is giving you an opportunity in this moment. Pick a side. You're going to choose your illusions and your falsehoods and all of the pretending, or are you going to start to live out of your truth? Because your spiritual being, the real you, I'm not talking about your me. Your me occupies out of all of the fake that's going on in your life. Your spiritual essence occupies out of truth and truth alone. So if you're wondering why you're stuck, if you're wondering why you can't level up, if you're wondering why you can't catch a break, if you're wondering why you can't get to the next level, you can't seem to get out of that rut that you're in, to put yourself in park and be real with you. I don't need you to be real with me. I'm not asking you to be real with me at all. Be real with you. Put yourself in park. Take yourself somewhere peaceful, by some body of water. Right? Out in nature somewhere, away from the crowds, away from your distractions, away from all of the things that are just pulling and draining you. And have a notepad in your hand in that moment and write down everything about your life that's false. Everything about your life where you're pretending. Everything about your life where you're not being real, true, and authentic to you. And then whatever you see on that paper is what's stopping you from becoming the greatest version of yourself. What's up, Tara? So good to see you. Did everybody catch that? What's up with my vanity? Did everybody catch that? Just love yourself enough to just do that. I can promise you, there's going to be at least 3 to 5 things on that list at minimum. Something that you're avoiding. Whatever you avoid controls you. Some negative habit that you have that you're not willing to let go of. Some addiction to something that you have. And watch this. See, we've been programmed and conditioned to look at our addictions as like drinking or some designer drug or something like that. And so when you see other people battling some addiction, whether it be gambling or drinking or some porn addiction or some designer drug or something like that, that's what you think in your mind. You think that's what your addiction is, or that's what addiction is, period. That's what you've been programmed and conditioned to look at it through that filter. So you don't look at yourself as having any problems. You're looking down your nose at the drug addict. You're looking down your nose at the alcoholic. You're looking down your nose at the person that's sleeping in the park and all of these other things like that, never realizing and understanding that you can have addictions in your life right now in this moment that's 10 times more powerful than that drug that that person can't walk away from. Anything that you can't walk away from in this moment, you are addicted to. So while you're so busy placing labels on them and judging them and looking down your nose at them, anything that you can't sit down in this moment and walk away from and never thought about that thing, you are addicted to. I didn't say that you can't have assets. I didn't say that you can't have gadgets in your life. I didn't say that you can't have things that are helping you to become more, right? Helping you to become the greatest version of yourself. I've got all kinds of things in my life like that. But I don't have anything that I'm addicted to. I don't have anything that I can't set down in this moment and walk away from. Because what I'm signaling to God in that moment, when I can't walk away from this thing, is that I'm serving some other master other than him. Because you're never in control of the thing that you can't walk away from. The thing that you can't walk away from is always in control of you. That's why you can't walk away from it. I'm not talking about the babies. Leave them out of it. I'm not talking about God. Leave all of them out of this conversation, please. All right, let's turn up. Let's turn up. I warned you. Before the live started, I warned you. If you're not ready to hear the truth, this is probably not the platform for you. And I say that lovingly. Some people aren't ready for the truth. I don't know how to speak any other language but truth. It's going to be always universal truth. Let me say this before I dive into this live. I'm not asking you to listen to me out of respect. I don't want you to listen to me out of respect. I don't want you to listen to me because I have 2 decades and with respect to teaching people self-awareness and helping people to become the greatest, strongest, and most powerful versions of themselves. I don't want to earn it that way. I want you to listen to me. And I want you to analyze every single thing that I'm saying. But what I'm asking you to do is not to listen to it with a closed mindset, not to listen to it to confirm what you already think or believe to be true. Don't listen to me that way, because if you try and listen to me that way, you'll never hear me. Listen to me with your mind open. Listen to me with your spirit opened. I'm trying to connect with you spiritually. I can't connect with you any other way. That's the problem. When we meet people in life, you're trying to connect with that person through your me. That's why you don't connect with most people. Come on, let's live in the truth. You're trying to connect with this person through your persona. You're trying to connect with this person through your ego. You're connecting with this person through your pride and your programming and conditioning and all of those things. Man, you can't connect with people like that. You'll never connect with them like that, because now you are meeting their programming and conditioning. Now your ego is going up against their ego. Now your pride and all of these things are going up against theirs. There's no connection there. That's all competition. When you become self-aware, you want to become spiritually connected to someone. I don't want to speak to your ego. I'll never reach you that way. I don't want to speak to your pride. I'll never reach you that way. I don't want to talk to your programming and conditioning, because none of those things are what you are. They're only what you pretend to be. I don't want to talk to those versions of you. And I don't mean that in any disrespectful way. I mean that with respect to alignment. All right. Baddest thing walking is you. Most powerful thing walking is you. Best gift to the planet is you. Most powerful thing God ever created is you. What do you mean, coach? How is that even possible? What do you mean? Who else? Tell me the name of the other person. Tell me the name of the other version of you that he created that's more powerful than the version of you that you are in this moment. Tell me what their name is. Where do I find this person? I'll go right now. I'll end this live right now. Tell me the person that was created that's more powerful or better than you. Accolades doesn't make them better. Achievements doesn't make them better. How much money they have access to doesn't make them better. That may mean that they are more disciplined than you in this moment. I'll give them that. But discipline is not an entity. It's not what you are. It's only something that you step into. It's a vibrational frequency that you step into. The baddest thing walking on the planet is you. That's why God only created one you. And when he created you, he said, oh, I'm a killer with this one. Oh, yeah. I'm going to kill him with this one. I only need one. His advisors was all sitting around. God, we might need to create 2. We may need to create 3. We may need to create 4. We may need to create 5. He said, nah, I got this one. This one is perfect. I don't need to add anything to her. I don't need to add anything to him. Already perfect. So when he gave the world you, he gave us the best gift on the planet. You're the one gift that never stops giving. That car will stop giving to you over time. That TV in your house will stop giving to you over time. All of the appliances in your house, they all will stop giving over time. You're the one thing on the planet that never stops giving. You only stop giving when you don't know what you are. You only stop giving when you don't know how powerful you are, because you become a reflection of what everyone in the world told you to be. That's when you stop giving, because you're not being your authentic self in that moment. You're being a reflection of what everyone else is. You can't give that way. You can't give to me pretending to be something that you're not. You can only give to me from your spiritual essence. That's what alignment is. That's what self-awareness is. Come on. Come on. Baddest thing walking. All right. The most powerful thing you can be in this world is you. The day that you become you, you're going to be the most powerful thing walking. The day that you sit down your ego, get out of the way. The day that you sit down your program, get out of the way. The day that you sit down everything that the world told you to be and you start being the reflection of what God created you to be, it's game over. That's the day I'm waiting for. I don't give a damn about the day you become the CEO. I don't give a damn about the day you win some trophy. I don't give a damn about the day you become that billionaire. All of those things are reflections of the value that you bring to the moment. I don't care about none of that. That's not why I'm here. Or I'm not in your life for that reason. Don't ever get it twisted. I don't care about your accomplishments and your achievements. And I say that lovingly. What I'm waiting for is that day when you wake up. What I'm waiting for is that day that you become the version of yourself that God created you to be, when you are standing in your potential, when you are standing in your purpose, when you're giving your gift away to the world. I'm waiting on that day right there. I'm going to be in the front row with popcorn and everything. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting on that day. I'll let the rest of the world celebrate you for the accomplishments and the achievements and place you on these pedestals and all of those things like that. Because the day that you become that person is the day that I get to become that person that God created me to be, because that's what he created me to do, to unlock things. I'm just a locksmith. My job and my purpose is to help his children to become unlocked. That doesn't make me better than you. It doesn't make me worse. It just means that we're spiritually connected. We're spiritually aligned. When I unlock that cage, I'm not responsible for who you become, because who you become is too powerful for anyone to place a label on it, for anyone to take responsibility for it, for anyone to stand in front of you and say, I'm the one that, if it wasn't for me, no, there will never be if it wasn't for me conversation when it comes to us, because I understand what you are. Everyone else, that's all ego talking. When people want to stand in front of your hard work and stand in front of your achievements and stand in front of your accomplishments as though they have done something. That part right there, Tina, I understand the assignment. Come on, Tina, I understand the assignment. I was only sent in Tina's life to be a key. That's it. And I feel so honored to be a key. What's inside of the cage that the key unlocks is too powerful for anyone to take credit for. I just opened the door. Again, the most powerful thing that you can be in this world is you. Most of us, you're not being you yet. And the reason, and I say that with the highest level of love and respect, you're not being you yet because you're not fully self-aware yet. And that may not be for every single person on this platform right now, but definitely for the majority. You're not being you yet. Why? Because you're still concerned with what other people think. You're still looking for validation from an external perspective. Validation is for parking. It's not for you. You still need other people to believe in you. You still live under the programming and conditioning where you think that love is coming from some external perspective. You think that it's coming from the outside in. No, it comes from the inside out. You're not experiencing anything from anyone else. Everything that you're experiencing is coming from you unlocking certain things in you that were already there based upon the meaning that you attach to these things. You are everything and everything is you because you are an energetic match for everything in the universe because your Father is. You're not disconnected from anything. Your thinking is disconnecting you. The meaning that you attach to certain things is disconnecting you because you haven't stepped into your divinity yet. That's the only problem. And that day's going to come. I'm going to make sure that day, I'm good at doing my job. My job, I might be, ain't no might. We're going to take might out of it. I don't have time for might. I'm the best in the world at what I do with respect to unlocking you and what you become. I'm just a co-pilot right now. I'm sitting in the side of that F-16 called you, and I'm just waiting on this bad boy to take off. Oh, we're going to take off. We're going to get off the runway. I can guarantee you that. We're getting off the runway. That part I can guarantee. I can't tell you what day it's going to be, but I can promise you, as long as you don't give up on you, because I never will, stay in the cockpit with me. Let's just sit in the cockpit. We don't have to go nowhere. Sometimes you can just look out the window. You already in the jet right now. You don't have to wonder where's the jet coming from. You're already in it. That part right there, dude. That part right there. Again, the most powerful thing that you can be in this world is you. And the only thing that is required is for you to surrender. That's the only thing required. It's for you to surrender. Are you willing to surrender your programming and conditioning? Are you willing to surrender your ego? Are you willing to surrender your pride and all of those things? Why do you need me to surrender those things, Coach? Because those things are stopping you and blocking you from your divine essence. That's why. That's why. God only gave you one opponent. That's it. Oh, he was so bright. Oh, he was a genius in that moment. And I'm being disrespectful to even place that label on it. But I don't have another label. He was such a genius in that moment. He said, I'm going to make her only competition her. I'm going to make my son's only competition himself. That's what you're competing against. Can you set those things down? Why? Because they're the glasses that you see the world through. And you're not seeing the world clearly and accurately. You're seeing the world as you are. When you lack self-awareness, you're seeing the world through your programming and conditioning. When you lack self-awareness, that's why it's important and especially when you're operating out of your ego personality, you're only seeing things based upon what's in your best interest. You're looking at people based upon the value that they can bring to your life versus when you live out of your spiritual essence, you're focused on how can I add value to the lives of other people. You're not even thinking about yourself. The one thing that I'm not thinking about when I'm on this live with you guys every single morning is me. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. But I get a gift too. I get a gift too. What do you think the gift is? If I'm not thinking about me when I'm on this live with you, and my sole focus and purpose is you, but I receive a gift too, what's the gift that I receive? You got to know this. Because you won't know what to look out for if you don't know it. What's the gift that I receive? Let me see how self-aware you guys are. Put it in the comments. What gift do you think? It's just your opinion. Somebody said love. I like that. Love. Hey, what's up, Raquel? Presence of love. I like that. Love, 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 love. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Somebody said joy. Joanna, I think you said joy. I like that, Tina. Let me tell you the gift that I received. So it's clear as day. Let me tell you the gift that I received. Most beautiful thing in the world. There's no problems. That's the gift that you receive. Your problems cannot exist in that moment. That's the gift that you receive. There's no pain in that moment. For the entire time that I'm with you and I'm being of service to you, my problems don't exist. My pain doesn't exist. My yesterday doesn't exist. Tomorrow doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is this moment. Everything is gone. It's the most beautiful and joyful experience that you could ever have. Now I understand why God, and I say this with the highest level of respect, I understand why he's not walking around in pain and unhappiness and suffering and depression and all of, how could he be? He's always a blessing. He's always in service. He's always solving a problem. He's always focused on us. Think about what I'm saying. It makes sense now. The fastest way to get rid of your pain is to focus on someone else's pain, to focus on their problems, to focus on what's happening with them. Why do we say that? Because every time you give, you receive. Giving and receiving are the same things. Every time I give to you guys, I receive something as well. The moment I give to you, I also receive. Giving and receiving are the same. God is a giver, so he's always receiving. He created you to be a giver so that you would always receive as well. But when you're focused on yourself, you're not giving anything, which is why your problems catch up with you, which is why your pain catches up with you, which is why your suffering catches up with you, because you are only focused on yourself. Look at it through that filter and you can't miss it. Look at it through that filter and you won't miss it. You spend 85% of your time thinking about your problems. 85% of your time thinking about yesterday. 85% of your time focus on what's supposed to happen tomorrow. 85% of your time stressed out about your relationship and your job and all of these other things. You're always thinking about you. So your problems, it's easy for your problems to catch up to you. It's easy for stress to catch you. It's easy for depression to catch you because you're always home. The best medicine on the planet, woo, that therapy can't give you, the pastor can't give you, the psychiatrist can't give you, I can't give you. The best medicine on the planet is called service. Service is the rent that you pay for your time here on this planet. And you pay that rent to God. You don't pay it to anyone else. He's the only landlord. Some of you guys are behind in rent. That's why you in pain. Some of you guys are behind in rent. That's why you're stressed out. Some of you guys are behind in rent. That's why you are depressed right now. You're behind in rent. One more time. One more time. The most powerful thing that you can be in this world, in the entire world, is you. It's the most powerful thing that you can be. It's the most powerful thing you ever will be. And the only thing that is required, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to swim across the ocean to experience it. You don't have to climb some mountain. You don't have to do yoga. You don't have to do anything. Are you willing to sit down? I need you to catch this. Are you willing to surrender everything that the world put in you so that you can experience and become everything that God put in you? Everything he put in you right now is perfect, and you showed up with it. You showed up full of love the day you were born. You showed up full of happiness the day you were born. You showed up full of joy the day you were born. All of those things are still in you, but you are blocking those things. You're blocking those things because you're living out of your programmed mind. You're living out of your conditioning. You're living out of your ego personality. You're living out of your pride and all of these things. None of those things were things that he deposited in you. Not one of them. Those were all things that you picked up from someone else that got introjected into you somehow, some way. Someone deposited all of that into you. I see you, Olivia. And here's what's crazy. Come on. Oh, you got to catch this. You got to catch this. Come on, Olivia. Come on. Me and you, Olivia. Me and you. Let me walk with you. Let me walk. Let's walk. Let's just walk. Watch this. It's crazy. We don't look at the world this way, but I'm gonna reflect the world back to you for just a second. Everyone that you are trying to impress, it's not being their authentic selves either. Which means that you're wasting your time trying to impress people that are trying to figure out life just like you. They're pretending. They're acting as though they have it all together. They're acting as though they know where they're going and what they're doing. They're as terrified as you are. They're as lost as you are. They're trying to figure themselves out, and they don't know how to do that. But what they become masters at, like most people, is pretending. Oh, they're masters at that. See, we talk about this all the time. Life gives you two things. It gives you jumper cables and dead batteries. So most people are walking around as the dead batteries. That's not a negative thing just because you're a dead battery. What that means is that that's just a metaphor to say that you're still asleep. You don't know who you are yet. You don't know what you are. And you're jumping from relationship to relationship, not understanding yourself. And if you don't understand yourself, how can you possibly understand the person that you're getting ready to marry? The person that you're getting ready to give your future to? The person that you're saying is your everything. If you haven't discovered what you are, how will you ever know what they are? If you're still trying to figure yourself out, that means that you're giving them a version of yourself that you haven't mastered yet. Why do you think that relationships are falling apart at an all-time high? Because people are discovering throughout the duration of the relationship that this person is a dead battery. I was the jumper cables. And I'm trying to jumpstart this person, but I can't jumpstart the person. Only God can jumpstart the person, because self-awareness is a gift. That gift comes from God. It doesn't come from another human being. I couldn't wake you up for all the money in the world. I'm talking about if the U.S. Treasury walked up to me right now and said, Coach, I'm going to give you all the money. Only thing I want you to do is wake people up. I couldn't do it. I don't have that power. Only God unlocks you. Only He unleashes you. Only He allows your spiritual ears and your spiritual mind to hear the information. That's what unlocks you, coupled with you putting in the work, not me. That's why I tell people all the time, don't follow me, because I can't take you anywhere. And the reason why I can't take you anywhere is because you are already there. You don't have to move a muscle to become self-aware. You don't have to go anywhere. The moment you start walking, you're already lost. What does that mean? You don't have to move a muscle, Coach. What that means is that signal, that sign, that unlocking, that unleashing comes from God and God alone. It doesn't come from me. So if you're here in this moment, it's not because of some coincidence. Get that out of your mind. It wasn't some random act where you just fell into the lie. Get that out of your mind. He sent you here. And He sent you here because there was something for you to hear. I don't know what that something is, but maybe you do. And maybe if you don't know in this moment, you'll know on the other side of the live. You'll discover it then, but it has nothing to do with me. That's why I won't take credit for it. And when I say don't follow me, I'm not talking about don't follow me on social media. I'm talking about how society's definition of follow. Everyone wants to rule over people. We want people to idolize us and worship us and place us on these pedestals and all of that. That's what you see happening with most celebrities. I don't want people to follow me in that capacity because I can't take you anywhere. God has your life on some purpose, some mission. My job is to be a signpost for you. I'm just a signpost pointing you in the direction that you need to go. But I can't take responsibility for your life. Only you can in this moment. No one can. But people who lack self-awareness think that they're responsible for where you are. They're responsible for what you have. They're responsible for this, and they're responsible. If it wasn't for me and all of these other... Yeah, I almost jumped off the cliff. I almost jumped off the cliff on that one. Now I was getting ready to go somewhere with that. I'm gonna pause on that. Let me get back to this. Again, the most powerful thing in the world that you can be is you. That's the whole game. That's the whole thing right there. And the only thing that's required is for you to surrender. You have to surrender everything that the world has programmed you to be. Do you love yourself enough in this moment? And it's not something that's going to happen in this moment, so I understand that. But don't tell me, Coach, that's easier said than done, Coach. Don't ever say those words again. If you don't do anything else, if you never learn anything from this live, don't ever say out of your mouth again, that's easier said than done. Easier said than done is a limitation that you place on yourself. Easier said than done is an excuse that you live out of for you not putting in the work and for you not growing and for you not transforming yourself into the greatest version of you. That's a label that you place on yourself. Oh, coach, that's easier said than done. No, everything is easy. Everything is easy. Hard is a label that you attach based upon the meaning that you connect to this situation. So anytime you say something is hard or say something is easy, it's all coming from the meaning that you give the situation. Nothing in life is hard or easy. Everything in life is neutral. So when you say easier said than done, or this is hard, or this is difficult, it's all coming from some meaning that you attach to it because you don't have a burning desire in that moment. That's what you should be saying. Coach, I'm not passionate enough to change my life. That's what you should be saying because that's the truth. Coach, I don't have a burning desire to transform my life. That's what you should be saying because that's the truth. But when you say it's easier said than done, what you're doing is that becomes the entry fee to your mediocrity. That becomes the entry fee to you remaining who you are. Sit with that. Anytime I hear someone say that, I just stop talking. Because you've already paid your admission to mediocrity in that moment. The moment you say, oh, that's easier said than done, as though you don't have the same brain that's capable of sending a rocket to the moon, as though you don't have the same brain that's capable of creating fully autonomous vehicles, as though you don't have the same brain that's capable of changing this world like so many other people have. Your brain is different, I guess. Or your excuses are different. Which one is it? So anytime somebody walks up and they tell you easier said than done, they've already checked out. What they're really telling you in that moment is, I don't have passion. I don't have a burning desire. I don't really want to transform my life. I would rather live out of my excuses. I would rather place some label on this situation. I would rather attach some meaning to this situation that's going to make things difficult for me. Because what you have to understand is that all meaning comes from you. So the moment that I say it's easier said than done, I've attached some meaning to this particular situation, which is getting ready to make this situation hard for me now. Not because the situation was hard, but because when you place meaning on something, you also back that with belief. And the moment that you back that with belief, you're going to experience whatever the belief is that you hold in that moment with respect to that particular thing. So I just fouled myself out of the game. Most people are walking through life being nervous and afraid because you're being what the world needs you to be and you're not being what God needs you to be. I need you to just sit with that for a moment. Just sit with it. I'm not asking you to change anything. Just sit with that for a moment. Just sit with it. I'm not asking you to go anywhere. Just sit with that for a moment. Let me say that one more time. What happens when you're not being your authentic self is that you're walking through life and you're nervous and afraid because you're trying to be what the world wants you to be and you're not being what God created you to be. That's why you're nervous. That's why you're afraid. That's why you experience the imposter syndrome. That's why you experience the stress. That's why you experience the worry and all of those other things like that, because you are a mirror image of what the world is in that moment, and you are not what God is in that moment. You're not the version of you that He created. You're the version of you that the world programmed you to be. That's what's happening to you. Which makes all the sense in the world. And if you look at that through your spiritual mind, you'll see it. If you look at it through your spiritual mind, you'll see it. How can you claim to be a man or woman of God if fear is dominating your life? Come on. Are we not going to tell the truth here? Hey, what's up, Kadisha? We're not going to live in the truth here? We just going to skip past the truth? One more time, I told you at the beginning of the live, if you don't like to hear the truth, scroll past. This is not the live for you. Let me ask that question again, just in case your earpiece may have fallen out. How can you claim, I said you claim, to be a man or woman of God if fear is dominating your life? Just tell me, how do we do it? How? Or are we pretending? Tell me how. Or do you not really believe like you say you do? Tell me how. Or is there really no belief? Is there really no faith? And you just have been telling this story to yourself as though these things do exist, but they really don't, because there's no way. There's no way. It's humanly impossible for you to be 100% on God's team, but you're walking around in fear. Because where fear is, God is not. And where God is, fear is not. So tell me what side of the street you're standing on. I'm just asking. Inquiring minds want to know. I'm going to tell you what's even more mind-blowing than that. I'm going to tell you what's more mind-blowing than that. What's more mind-blowing than that is that your fear is only a projection of your programming and conditioning that you have added to this particular situation. That's what's producing the fear. People will tell me all the time, Coach, I have a fear of the unknown. That's humanly impossible. That's humanly impossible. How can you fear what you don't know? No, what you fear is your previous experiences, and you're projecting your previous experiences onto this moment. That's what's producing the fear. What the fear is trying to teach you in this moment is that I don't apply to this situation. You're not supposed to put me here. You don't know how to utilize your mind in this moment. This moment is not a threat to you. This moment is your teacher. This moment is the master. How is the moment the master? Because it's teaching you that you need to let go of something. It's teaching you that maybe you're procrastinating too much. It's teaching you that maybe you're not growing in this moment. It's teaching you that maybe you have some attachment to this person. It's teaching you something, but you're so busy reaching in your bag of yesterdays and projecting your yesterday onto your today, and that's what's producing the fear. You're mixing days. You're mixing moments. They don't go together. I wonder who caught that. See, fear comes for many reasons. But one of the biggest reasons why that fear will come is because the fear is there to let you know, wait, hold on. What are you doing? You're mixing things. You're not a baker. It's not your job to mix things. It's your job to observe. The present moment is a master teacher. And here's the thing. The present moment can't hurt you. Only the meaning that you attach to the present moment can hurt you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. The present moment can't do anything to you. So there's nothing to be afraid of. That's what your Father wants you to know. Yesterday can hurt you because yesterday is gone. And anytime that you step outside of the present moment and you start focusing on yesterday, yesterday will cut you like a knife. Tomorrow can hurt you because tomorrow is outside of your control. And anytime that you start focusing on something that's outside of your control, tomorrow will cut you like a knife. But the present moment is your best friend. The present moment is the only thing that can give to you. Yesterday takes away from you. Tomorrow takes away from you. The present moment is a giver. Because the present moment is what God is. It's where you can experience love. It's where you can experience happiness. It's where you can experience joy and bliss and all of those things. Your depression comes from yesterday. Your worry comes from tomorrow. Your anxiety comes from tomorrow, not the present moment. It comes from the present moment and you projecting the present moment onto tomorrow. Now we've got something to work with here. The present moment is what God is. What are you afraid of? Come on, you don't even see it. You don't even see it. I wonder how many people see it. I need you to see it. The present moment is what God is. That's the whole. Boom. You don't see it. Listen, let's slow the Rolls Royce down. Let's get out of the car. Let's just walk. Let's just walk. Everything's fine. Let's just walk. Listen, what do you think all of this is for? Your emotions are trying to keep you here. They don't want you outside of the present moment, because anytime you step outside of the present moment, you're no longer connected to your divine essence. That's the entire purpose of your emotions. Your feelings are trying to keep you in the present moment, because anytime that you feel negative, it's because you have stepped outside of the present moment. It's because you have reached in your bag of yesterdays and have projected something onto the present moment, or you're obsessing about something that might happen in the future and you're projecting that onto the present moment. You're not where your feet are in that moment. That's why your feelings are coming. They're coming to let you know mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, you are not where your feet are. I need you to be where your feet are, because the moment you step outside of being where your feet are, you become disconnected from your Father. You can only experience reality in this moment. You can only experience truth in this moment. You can only experience happiness in this moment. Your depression is not coming from this moment. Your depression is coming from a previous moment that you have applied to this moment. That's what I need you to understand. So anytime that you are in the present moment, you are with your Father. Do you not understand that? I need you to get that. You are with Him in this moment. You are safe. But any pain that you experience is coming from some previous moment that you have reapplied, keywords, you have reapplied to this moment. What does He want you to do? He wants you to walk with Him. Why does He want me to walk with Him, Coach? Because when you walk with Him, you're safe. There is no pain when you walk with Him. When you're in the present moment. See, that's what people aren't telling you. Like, yeah, you hear it all over social media now. Oh, yeah, but, present moment, stay in the moment, stay in the moment. Everybody's on some stay in the moment type of time now. When I started teaching self-awareness on social media with my team, very few people were talking about it. Very few. And the way that they were talking about it was it was weird. I'm just being honest with you. And I've been doing this for 2 decades. It was weird. It was weird to me. But that's why we created this particular brand of awareness, to wake people up so that you would understand who and what you are without all of these complications. See, everyone's trying to insert themselves in the awareness. What does that mean? They want to look smart. I'm not trying to look smart right now. I'm trying to communicate with you so that you understand who and where you are without inserting myself in the information. Because the moment I insert myself in the information, I alter it, I change it. And then you may not get the message. No, it's coming straight from God's lips to my ears, to your ears. You walk in the present moment, because the present moment is what your Father is. It's how you stay in alignment with your divinity. Your emotions are designed to let you know anytime that you are outside of your divinity, anytime that you step outside of your divine essence, they show up, they knock on your door. So what they're there to do, they have no other purpose, no other function other than to let you know you're hanging on to something that you shouldn't be. That's why I'm here. You're clinging on to some person that you shouldn't be. That's why I'm here. You place some person on some pedestal that doesn't value you anymore. That's why I'm here. You're obsessing about something that's supposed to happen in the future or something that happened in your past. That's why I'm here. They are trying to keep you in direct alignment with your Father. That's it. That's all. Gotta understand that. And anytime you step outside of the present moment, you are going to experience negative feelings. Not because the universe is trying to punish you, but because the universe is trying to build you. God is trying to build you. How can I build you if you're not home? If you're mentally somewhere in the future or you're mentally somewhere in the past, I can't reach you that way. You understand what I'm saying, Miss G? Miss G said everything is starting to make sense. Yeah, it's just spend more time with me and you'll get it, right? You guys you'll get it. You'll get it. I promise you. Oh, I'm gonna make sure you get it. Oh yeah, you're gonna get it. I'll make sure you get it. I will make sure you get it. But going back to my original point, how can you claim to be a man or woman of God if fear is dominating your life? And here's what's crazy. Your fear is only you projecting your own thoughts onto the situation itself. That's what's so mind-blowing. Your fear is you projecting your yesterday onto your today. That's why the fear is coming. The fear is like, wait, stop, freeze. I don't belong here. You don't need me. What you need me for is that rattlesnake that's over there in the corner. That's what you need me for. What you need me for is that lion that's walking down the Serengeti. That's what you need me for. What you need me for is walking across that tightrope when you have no safety harness. That's why you need me. I show up in those moments to let you know when there's real danger in your life. Anytime that you're experiencing fear and there's no danger, it's because you have stepped outside of your divine essence. There's no threat to you and you're all afraid. It's because you are projecting your thoughts. You are projecting some previous experience onto the present moment. The fear is like, wait. I don't belong here. But when we haven't mastered our minds because we spent so much time chasing down people, looking for validation and looking for belief and searching for love and I'm lonely and all of these other things like that. We spent so much time chasing other people that we don't know how to use our minds. So we're just putting things where they don't belong. Fear is like, I don't belong here. I don't belong here at all. I don't even, if fear could talk, he would be like, God, I didn't ask her to put me here. I'm not trying to be in the way of your formula. I don't want to get in trouble. She put me here. I'm just here. Can you please talk to her? That's what it would say. When you haven't mastered your mind, you're putting things where they don't belong. Fear's like, I don't listen, God. I'm just trying to do what you told me to do. You said, make sure she stay connected to you. And I'm trying to keep her safe. She got me over here about some problems and some worry and some stress and a job. And I don't know anything about that. Watch this right here. You go for it. Yeah, because y'all rolling. I'm being for real though. I have to say it in this way. My teaching style is unique. It's different. because I want to say it in a way, I want to simplify what's complicated. And to be honest with you guys, it's arguably the most difficult job in the world to simplify the complicated, because spiritual intelligence is the most powerful global education there is. There is nothing higher than spiritual intelligence. There is nothing higher than knowing what you are. Nothing higher. Yeah, it's wonderful to know how to build a building, but it's more important to understand the person that built the building. I need to understand me before I understand anything outside of me. Yeah. So I have to say it in a way, because and let me say it why I do that to that person that made that statement. I have to teach in a certain way, because let me say it this way. Most people that teach self-awareness, okay, teach self-awareness from an expert's level. They have not developed the capacity or the ability to teach it to people that aren't where they are yet. So in their minds, it's like you either get it or you don't. You either understand it or you don't. You need to go, no, because you weren't always the expert. At some point in time, you were the student as well. And what you have to understand is that everyone that comes to me is on some different level, some different, category, or whatever label you want to place on that with respect to self-awareness. Everyone's somewhere different. So I have to break it down in a way and use metaphors and storytelling and all of these other things and go into character and all of that, so that you guys can better understand it. Because again, when my mentors and spiritual teachers taught me, it was from some expert level, and I would have lost you guys. I would have lost you hours ago. Most of you guys wouldn't be where you are right now if I had taught you the way I learned it, because it was 1,000 times more difficult than it needed to be. And the reason why it was like that, because the person was too busy trying to look smart, was too busy trying to impress me, versus breaking it down to me like I'm a 5-year-old child. Like, break it down for me, make it simple for me. You can give me all of the complicated things later, but give me the simple first. And that's the beautiful thing about awareness. It doesn't have to be complicated. Consistent, yes. Dedicated, yes. Focused, yes. All of those things, yes. Burning desire, all of that. But complicated, no. Doesn't have to be that way. Doesn't have to be that way. Doesn't have to be that way. And I think that that's unconditional love. That's what unconditional love is. I told God, like, put me in a position to where I can teach people. I don't want to wear no robes. Let me just be me. Let me be me. But let me teach people from the perspective of being me, right? Because I'm just, again, like I say this all the time, I'm just a signpost for you guys. That's all I am. I'm a signpost. And hopefully you'll meet other signposts, right? Later on in life. Every person is some signpost pointing in you in the direction of something as you're transforming and becoming the greatest version of yourself. You're going to meet people like that along the way. But what you want that person to be is authentic to themselves, because if they're not being real and authentic to themselves, how can they be that with you? How can I be something with you that I'm not with me? So when you see me, this is what you get. No matter where you see me in the world, this is what you get. But I'm always giving. I'm never receiving. It's not about what I receive, because when I give to you, I automatically receive. And we talked about that earlier. But let me give this to you guys real quick. This is important. I'm not going to tell you to sit this down, what we're getting ready to go around. I don't want you to sit anything down. I don't want you to stop anything. I just want you to listen with your spiritual mind and see where this takes you. The only reason, it's only one, the only reason why you get hurt by other people is because you're expecting something from them. Listen with your spiritual mind. I said the only reason why you get hurt by other people, when I say get hurt, I'm talking about mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. The only reason why you get hurt by other people is because you're expecting something from them. Maybe you're expecting attention. Maybe you're expecting affection or connection or love. There's something that you're expecting from them. But here's the point not to be missed. Whenever you have an expectation, you're giving that person the power to hurt you in that moment. Because expectations are the mother of all suffering. And here's what's mind-blowing. That person can hurt you because you're expecting something from that person that only you can give to you. It never comes. The attention, it comes from you. The love, it comes from you. Everything comes from you, and everything comes from you because you are the one giving meaning to everything. It's not coming from them. That person performs or behaves in a certain way. Come on, let's live in the truth. This is awareness. That person performs or behaves or acts a certain way. You attach meaning to that. When you attach meaning to that, you unlock that feeling. But you associate the feeling with the person. That's how the attachment gets created. Because you associate that feeling. You think that it's coming from them. No, it's coming from the meaning that you attach to them. They're just the mechanism or the object. It's like your car. Your car is neutral. Let me qualify that. Let me qualify that. You and I right now, we could go to some busy city. Beautiful summer day. We're just out walking, minding our own business. We're walking downtown. We're getting ready to have lunch. And we have passed over 200 or 300 cars. Those cars gave you no feeling. And the reason why those cars gave you no feeling is because those cars are all neutral. You have not attached meaning to those cars. That's why you feel nothing, because you've not attached any meaning to the cars at all. So the cars are just going past you. But the moment that we have our lunch, we've enjoyed ourselves, we've had a great talk, and we walk back to the parking garage, and you walk up to that new car that you just purchased 2 or 3 days ago, you attach meaning to that car. And because you attach meaning to that car unlocks a feeling in you that was already there. But your car is no different than all of the other cars that you just passed by. They were all neutral. But what you did is you've been telling yourself a story about this car being in your life. You've been telling yourself a story about how you feel with respect to how people look at you and validate you and celebrate you because you've got this new fancy car. You've attached meaning to it. But that car is no different than the other 200 or 300 cars. Why is this car giving you a feeling? Because you attach meaning to it. And the moment you attach meaning to it, it unlocks something that was already in you. And that's exactly what you are doing in your relationships. You and I could walk to some building, or we could go to some state fair. We go to the state fair. It's a beautiful day. We're hanging out and riding the rides and eating cotton candy and pink popcorn and all of that. You just walk past 600 or 700 people. They didn't give you any feeling at all. But the moment that you encounter your beloved, all of these feelings come. But these feelings are coming because you attach meaning to them. Why didn't those feelings come from the other people? They're human beings too, because you attach no meaning. Just to qualify what I'm saying, you are attaching meaning to things. That's what's unlocking everything that's already in you. It's not coming from the person. It's coming from the meaning that you attach to the person. It's coming from the meaning that you attach to the car. Your job doesn't have the power to stress you out. Your kids don't have the power to stress you out. The meaning that you attach to their behavior is what's producing the stress, which means that the problem in your life is you. That's all I'm trying to get you to understand. Everything outside of you is neutral. It only has the power that you give it based upon the meaning that you attach to it, nothing else. You go to the supermarket right now. Everyone that walks past you gives you no emotional feeling. Why? Because you haven't told yourself a story about them. You haven't attached meaning to them. Any one of those people in that supermarket could be your lover. Any one of those people in that supermarket could be your beloved. But they're not. But when you go home to your beloved is just as neutral as the people in the supermarket. The difference is you attach meaning to them. Come on, you got to catch that. How many of you guys really caught that? Let me just see. Let me see how self-aware you are. Let me see. Who caught that? Z, I know you got it. Okay. Okay, you guys, okay. Okay. No, that's great. Wait. Matara said something. What did Tara say? God's girl, do me a favor and pin what Tara said on there for me, please. You know, I got to put the car in park anytime that one of the mindset masters is lost. Okay. Okay. I hear you. I hear you, Tara. If I wasn't out of time, I would dive deeper. But what I will do, Tara, is we'll do another live, Tara. What's today? Today's Tuesday. We'll do it. We'll pick this up tomorrow, Tara, in the community. How's that sound? When it's one of the Mindset Masters family, you put the car in park. I need to make sure. Okay, Tara, I got you. I promise I won't forget. So I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. My name is Jordan Williams. I am a certified life coach. I specialize in self-awareness and self-mastery, helping people to become the greatest, strongest, and most powerful versions of themselves. I am also a best-selling author of this particular book, The Secret of Awareness. How powerful are you ready to be? If you don't have this book in your library right now, you are doing yourself a disservice. The book is amazing, but this live stream is not about the book. But the book is available on Amazon if you want a physical copy of the book. What I am here to talk to you guys about is the community that my partners and I have created that is called Mindset Masters. This is not the Mindset Masters community, just for clarity purposes. Mindset Masters is a community that we've created because our purpose and our mission is to bring self-awareness to the world, period. The world is suffering right now due to not due to a lack of religion, because there's religion on every corner. The world is suffering right now because people aren't self-aware and they think that they are. People don't understand that they are both the problem and the solution to their own lives. They are both the warden and the inmate to their own lives. The Mindset Masters community is about helping you to become the greatest, strongest, and most powerful version of yourself, where you're going to have access to my daily live streams. So, for example, if you enjoyed this live stream, we would upload this live stream in the community within the next 24 hours, and then you could go back and you could watch it and you could rewind it and you could have access to it for as long as you want to. I've also got a podcast that I launched inside of the community. I think we're on episode 6 of the podcast. The podcast is amazing because the podcast is just a audio version of what our live streams are. So that way you could go for a walk, you could be working out in the gym, you could be driving in your car, you could be doing all of those things and still being able to listen, but not having to sit down and be glued like you are in this moment to a screen. So that way you could be on the go, or you could be at work and just kind of typing away and doing your thing and enjoying the podcast and growing as well. So that's inside of the Mindset Masters community as well. And then you're going to get 2 life coaches. You're going to have me as your life coach. You're going to have me as your accountability partner. And you're going to have me as your mentor and your force multiplier. In life, you only need one force multiplier. It's really all you need. So if you enjoyed this live, you're going to really enjoy the Mindset Masters community, because all of my live streams are archived inside of the community. And here's what's beautiful. I want you guys, in my opinion, if you have something that's good, let people test drive it. If you were to go to the Honda Accord right now, or to the Honda dealership right now, they would allow you to test drive every car. And the reason why they would allow you to test drive every car, because they're confident in their product. If you were to go to Mercedes-Benz right now, Mercedes-Benz would allow you to drive any car there. And the reason why they would do that is because they're confident in their product. They already know you're going to enjoy the product. And we felt no differently with respect to Mindset Masters community. We're so confident that you are going to love the version of yourself that you become, that we're giving away a free 7-day, no obligations trial, free 7-day trial to our community. You can get signed up right now and spend the next 7 days inside of the community for free and have full access to everything. Go and test drive the community. Go and see how powerful it is. Go and pay attention to the fact that there's not a single fiber of negativity inside that community. You won't find it anywhere. So if you are ready to transform your life, if you are ready to become the strongest version of you, the most powerful version of you, and be around like-minded individuals that all understand their purpose, or they're in the process of discovering their purpose, the Mindset Masters community is for you. You're going to have access to my live streams. You're going to have access to my podcast. You're going to have access to me plus 2 other coaches. And you're also going to have access to what I write every single day, because I write more than I probably post with respect to social media, because I'm always writing. And so I post things that the people on social media never gain access to. So if you are truly ready to transform your life, type me in the comments right now. Type me in the comments if you are truly ready to take your life to the next level and you're ready to sign up for your free 7-day trial. Just type me in the comments right now. So this is all you have to do. Go to my link in bio. You'll see free 7-day trial. Click the free 7-day trial and get signed up. That's all you have to do. It's that simple. It's going to probably take you 60 seconds to do it. 60 seconds. That's it. The next 60 seconds. See, I say this all the time. You're always one decision away from the best decision you've ever made in your life. I can promise you, with respect to human transformation, with respect to growth, with respect to you becoming the greatest version of yourself, this will be that one decision. Just get signed up today. It's no obligation. At the end of 7 days, if you like what you see, stay in the community. If not, no big deal. But you saw, right? Test drive the Mindset Masters community today. Other than that, for all of the other Mindset Masters, you guys, Tara, we'll pick this up inside of the community for tomorrow's live stream. I go live inside of the community exclusively every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. So I do exclusive live streams specifically for the community. And it's an amazing thing. So who's signing up? Type me. Let me see who's signing up. Let me see. Let me see who's serious about really transforming their lives and becoming the greatest version of themselves. Let me see who's serious. Who's signing up? Type me if you're signing up today. Let me see who's serious. Yep, I am who I am. Yep, I know you signed up yesterday. I saw you. I most definitely saw you yesterday. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome, 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 awesome. I will see you guys inside the community. Do me a solid. If you just signed up today, or if you're signing up today, just send me a message. I'm easy to find inside of the community. Just send me a message. Hey, coach, I just watched you on the live. I'm in the community for my free 7-day trial, whatever you want to say. And that's going to be awesome. Other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Let's go super hard. Every single day is about growth. Every single day is about me getting you a little closer than where you are right now. One thing that you have to understand is that you are not ahead in life. You are not behind. Ahead or behind implies that you're competing against someone else. You are not winning in life. You are not losing. Winning or losing implies that you are competing against someone else. Life is a single player game. You cannot play it at a multiplayer level and expect to win. Every single person on the face of this earth was given their own ladder. Every person, your significant other, your kids, your friends, your family, all of that. Every single person was given their own ladder. The only thing that can propel you up your ladder is belief. You are responsible for getting yourself to the top of your ladder. I think the biggest mistake that we make in life is sometimes we climb down off of our ladder and we walk over to someone else's ladder and we try to help them up, even though you haven't made it to the top of your ladder yet. Even though you don't know what's at the top of your ladder, you're over here focused on helping this person get to the top of yours, of theirs. How do you ever become the greatest version of yourself that way? Just asking. How do you do that? How do you become the greatest version of you? Again, we're not talking about the kids. Leave them out of this. How do you become the greatest version of yourself if you're always helping someone else climb their ladder, even though you haven't made it to the top of yours? How do you do that? I don't know. I don't know how that's possible. I can't cut my grass and yours at the same time. Now, I can cut my lawn and finish mine and walk across the street and help you complete yours. But what I can't do is cut my grass and cut your grass all at the same time. And that's what we're doing. You stop cutting your lawn to help your neighbor walk across the street or help your significant other, and you walk across the street to help this person cut their grass. Now their grass is beautiful and finely manicured and all of these other things like that, and your lawn is halfway completed. No, cut your own grass first. Make sure it's beautiful. Make sure it's fully manicured. Make sure you are, to Lynetta's point, let me say this to you, Lynetta, real quick. Let me shout you out. God's girl, do me a favor and pin Lynetta to the grid real quick. Pin Lynetta's yeah. I'm so proud of her because she's someone that I've been mentoring for a while now. She's been riding this. I'm talking about dog loyal. And I say that lovingly. She is dog loyal. She's here every single day. She puts in the work. She's showing up. She's becoming self-aware. She's becoming a master of herself. She's becoming so strong and so powerful. And she started doing live streams, something that she wouldn't. And if you're not following her right now, follow her and support her. If you support me, support her. Because that's one of God's chosen ones. And she's become the medicine now. She's become the answer. She's become the solution. Is she still a work in progress? Absolutely. Absolutely. But we all are. We're all a work in progress. I'm still a work in progress. I just may be further ahead than most people, but I can always reach back and help those people that are once where I used to be. And that's exactly what she's doing. She is the perfect quintessential example of what I'm talking about with respect to a person putting in the work. She doesn't make excuses. She's not living out of her story. She's now standing on her story. She's transformed herself. She's put in the work. Have I been the co-pilot? Absolutely. But she's flying the plane now. And it's so beautiful to see her going live every single morning and the consistency and the dedication that she's putting in every single day to become the greatest version of herself. And now she's doing her live streams. And what's beautiful about it is this. When she started, I would show up to the live stream. There might be 1 or 2 people in there. But now and that was just recently. We're talking about something that she just recently started. But now her room is growing. More people are showing up. Why? Because she's getting better every single day that she gets on that live stream. And trust me, before she started with me, let me say it this way. Before she started with me,